Back in the late 70s, a group of people from the local Mennonite churches wanted to start a fair trade store, and they decided Watertown would be a good place for it. So they opened up a small space in the Globe Mini Mall down the street from our current shop, and they used all volunteers and sold fair trade items, and eventually they added the thrift to that as well. And after a few years there, they outgrew that space and they moved into our current location on Court Street in Watertown. A lot of people come in and don't realize we're here, so they're excited to find our shop. They right away walk in the door and see the fair trade items. So they're excited to see that, and then we get to tell them a little bit about what fair trade is and what it means. When people go up to the thrift area, they've made many comments about how it's we have nice stuff, we get good donations in, and it's a pretty clean, well kept up store. I love thrift shopping, it's like finding a treasure. I really like the fair trade items that we have. They're really fun, it's a fun place to shop and see lots of different things you don't see other places. And the great thing about fair trade is your money is going to somebody who, the actual person that made the product, and they're getting a fair wage for their work that they do, rather than buying something that was just made in a factory and people aren't getting a fair living wage there. One of my favorite things that we have are the sari, kantha things. We have things like this pillow, and we have this cosmetic or makeup bag, and they're made from recycled saris that the women in Bangladesh and India wear. And when they sell us these products, they get an income which helps them to support their family, and their daughters then are less likely to be married off at a young age. So we like the story behind that. We like the empowerment of the women, and the product is just really beautiful too. I mean, the mission of the shop is something that people really like to hear about too, that we are trying to give, show God's love to the community here, and our money goes to MCC, which is Mennonite Central Committee, and their relief organization that helps people all over the world. So if you're buying something from our thrift department, that money would go to MCC. If you're buying something from our fair trade department, that money has already been given to the craft person that made the product. So either place that you're buying something from, it goes to a good cause. When we started, we were originally run totally by volunteers, and the more volunteers we have, the more money that we save and are able to give to Mennonite Central Committee. There's so many different things you could do here. You could help in the thrift department by sorting through the donations and pricing things. You could help in the fair trade department by organizing and redecorating, or when new product comes in, helping to put that stuff out. Some volunteers like to just come in for a couple hours at a time. Some volunteers come in for a whole day. We definitely could use more people coming in for a day and running the cash register and waiting on customers. And we always have lots of cleaning and upkeep to do of the whole place. So there's lots of different options for volunteers.